Inilabas na ng ICC Appeals Chamber ang desisyon sa jurisdiksyon ng korte sa kaso ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. May report si Lead News Correspondent Tristan Nodalo.
Ibinasura ng ICC Appeals Chamber ang hiling ng kampo ni dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte na kumukwestiyon sa jurisdiction ng ICC matapos kumalas ang Pilipinas sa Rome Statute. Sa desisyong ibinaba ng 5-man judging panel sa pangunguna ni Presiding Judge Luz del Carmen Carranza, sinabi nitong hindi nabubura ang obligasyon ng isang bansa kahit umalis na ito sa ICC. Ang isyu ng jurisdiction ng isa sa pinakamalaking balakid para umusad ang kaso ni Duterte sa ICC.
The appeal chamber by majority, as a conclusion, Judge Lorky Panice, partially dissenting in the second ground, has rejected all 4 grounds of appeal. Having rejected the entire appeal, the appeals chamber considers that the defense request for the immediate and unconditional release of Mr. Duterte is moot. In the appeal pursuant to Article 82(1)(a) of the statute, the appeals chamber may confirm, reverse, or amend the decision appealed.
4 na grounds o naging basehan ng defense team sa apela ni Duterte sa jurisdiction at lahat ito ay tinanggihan ng appeals chamber. Nagmula ang mga grounds sa aligasyong mali ang naging interpretasyon ng pre-trial chamber sa isang bahagi ng Rome Statute. Hindi rin daw nangangahulugan na court jurisdiction ang preliminary investigation at isang pagpapalawak daw ng kapangyarihan ng tribunal ang pag-iimbestiga sa isang bansang hindi na miyembro ng ICC. Nagkaroon ng dissenting opinion sa ikalawang ground si Judge Gotcha Lord Kipanitsi sa issue ng preliminary investigation.
For the reasons set out in his partially dissenting opinion, he is of the view that the prosecutor's preliminary examinations are not a matter under the consideration of the court within the meaning of Article 127(2), and that a situation is only under the consideration by the court once a pretrial chamber authorizes an investigation into that situation. Accordingly, he would have granted the defense's second ground of appeal and found that the court cannot exercise jurisdiction in the present case. For the foregoing reasons, the appeals chamber by majority rejects the second ground of appeal. Judge Lorky Panice is partially dissenting.
Makasaysayan ang desisyon ng Appeals Chamber dahil ito ang magdidikta kung gaano kalawak o kalimitado ang saklaw ng ICC, lalo na sa mga miyembro nitong bansa na kumakala sa Rome Statute para makatakas sa responsibilidad dahil sa mga paglabag sa international law at karapatang pantao.
Sa ganitong level ng sa atin na nagbukas ang kaso matapos ng withdrawal natin. Kaya sa totoo, an issue of first impression before the court, but there is plenty of jurisprudence that supports its jurisdiction. Kaya dito, magiging instructive ito para sa mga bansa na kung sakasakali gustong makaiwas sa prosecution, sa investigation, ang gagawin, aatras na lang kesa panagutin yung mga may kasalanan.
Tinawag namang all or nothing ang desisyon sa jurisdiction ng Lead Defense Counsel ni Duterte na si Nicholas Kaufman. Pinasaringan niya rin ang International Tribunal na nakararanas umano ng existential crisis.
It's all or nothing.
And should the decision be otherwise? Are there any remedy that the defense sought to...
Well, we've reached the end of the road. You know, the court's in existential crisis at the moment due to the threat of institutional sanctions from the US government. This is a court which needs something to survive. And unfortunately, the only case before the court at the moment is the case of the former president, Mr. Duterte. So, yes.
Bumuelta rin si Kaufman sa Marcos administration.
Now, let us not forget also that back in 2023, the government of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., represented at the time by Menardo Guevara, the Solicitor General, actually argued that the court totally lacks jurisdiction over the Philippines. So what changed? You may ask yourself, well, politics, isn't it really?
Kasunod ng pag-reject ng appeals chamber sa jurisdiction challenge ni Duterte, inaabangan naman ngayon ang magiging desisyon ng pre-trial chamber sa pagkumpirma ng charges laban sa dating Pangulo. Inaasahan ito sa susunod na linggo. Naharap ang dating Pangulo sa kasong murder at attempted murder na itinuturing na crimes against humanity dahil sa mga pagpatay na naganap noong siya ay Davao City Mayor at nang maupo bilang Pangulo sa kasagsagan ng kanyang giyera kontra droga. Para sa impormasyong napapanahon at on-demand, Tristan Udalo, Newswatch Plus.